He has opinion. She has an opinion. You have an opinion. I have an opinion. Everybody has an opinion. Hello, everyone. This is Dwight Woods, the Jeet Kune Rebel. Welcome to the I Love Jeet Kune broadcast number 296. This is the one about rampant Jeet Kune opinions. As you're logging in, if you'd be kind enough to say where you're logging in from, hit the like button and feel free to continue doing so throughout the broadcast. If you're catching the simulcast over on the YouTube, please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell as well. But of course, the best thing you can do is to share this video and spread the word about the I Love Jeet Kune broadcast. All right, so let me just take a second and make sure that these feeds are working, because every once in a while I get a notification from BeLive that stuff is up. So let's see. Mark Black Speed, man. Mark's here. Red Tiger, how you doing? Terry Valor, Ron Goldstein. Ron, you gotta message me about Halloween, man. I want to know how it was for you. All right. Okay. All right. So we're good. So those of you who know me, you already know that for me, being a Facebook group moderator is not at all a fun endeavor when you're forced into having to explain, like basic manners and basic human behavior to grown-ass people, right? So everybody knows the saying, opinions are like belly buttons, wink, wink, right? Everyone has one. Or to paraphrase something that Neo said recently, you and your opinions aren't at all that special, because opinions are all over the place. So in case you're in a hurry, I'll give you my conclusion in the words of my favorite Canadian JKD senior, Cass Magda. Opinions do not represent reality. So opinions are basically worthless muttering. Opinions are not reality. They are made up, SHIT, in someone's head. So if time is of the essence for you today, you can sign off right now. That's where we're headed with this. But if you're still here, let's move on. Let's articulate this a little bit. Out there in the real world, there's the concept that to be a decent person, you should treat everyone's opinion with equal concern, because all humans are valuable. And so if we were to disregard anyone's opinion, then it could lead to a certain level of disorder in society. Okay, so I understand that, because it sounds good, for one, because if you approach things that if you approach things that way, right, that everybody's valuable, so everybody's opinion is valuable, then you can be classed as being a sensitive, caring human being. But the harsh truth is that everyone's opinion is not of equal value, right? So way too often on this page and other JKD pages that I might visit, we find people whose postings or whose opinions manifest from emotions and personal biases. If you can recognize this, then I think you should feel free to discount, if not completely ignore, those opinions. On the other hand, if you can tell that an opinion is one which is based upon evidence and fact, then that's something, or that's someone with which or with whom you can and probably should interact. The trick, therefore, in JKD, well, in life really, is to become an informed person. And by that, I do not mean turn into someone else for your information. In other words, if you come on here posting about how one JKD personality is a better representation than another, then you're not as informed as you might think, because comparatives and superlatives, who's better, who's the best, those things are always subjective. You're never going to be able to prove conclusively to anyone that one person in JKD is better than any other person. So forget about it already. right? Now, the other thing to remember is that there are people who come on here looking for attention and some who are looking for adulation, because there's a psychological boost when you see a ton of views or a ton of likes on your post, because it enhances your perceived credibility and your perception of your own prestige. We are probably never going to be able to do anything about those kinds of people. So I suggest that you guard your mind and realize that you do not have to engage with everything that shows up in your feed, especially if you can tell someone's just trying to feed his own ego. So, opinions do not represent reality. So they are basically worthless muttering, right? Here's the last part of what Sifu Cass said to me. We can all have opinions, but they have no significance because an opinion is just a guess at what the reality is. Now, here's why this is important. Truth is the only reality. Everything else is just a guess. What is JKD? JKD is the pursuit of truth in combat, right? And by extension, therefore, the pursuit of truth in life. So opinions are just a guess at that truth. Now, there is universal truth, and there can be personalized or individual truth, and that's something that Bruce Lee not only realized, but that I think that's something that Bruce Lee actively catered towards. Okay, so please just keep all those things in mind. All right, so that's it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. That's all I have to say about this video. If you like what you heard, maybe if you even learned something, got a new point of view, comment, rate, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Follow me on Twitter at Dwight Woods and on Instagram at Dwight D. Woods. At paypal.me/UnifiedMA Miami. The Jeet Kune Journey Volume 1 is available, paypal.me/UnifiedMA Miami. You can also visit, jkdrebel.com. Click on the Rebel Gear link, and that's where you'll see stuff like this, the Jeet Kune Notables t-shirt, also available, hoodie, sweatshirt, coffee mug, and all that stuff. This is an example of the type of coffee mugs over there. This is the 4 tenets of Jeet Kune. And yeah, I'll leave it at that. Now, next thing, coming up on Friday, and Terry, Mark, we're going again at 3 p.m. Kurt Cornwell is coming back to the program. Kurt did a recent post on the I Love Jeet Kune page about a kind of a call for greater camaraderie in the online JKD community. So Mark Black suggested that there was a podcast somewhere in there. So I jumped on the idea and invited both Kurt and Mark, but Mark's got to work, so he can't make it on Friday at 3 p.m. So if there's anybody hearing what I'm saying right now and you want to be on Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern time with me and Kurt, email me at jkdrebel, jkdrebel@gmail. All right, and I'll see if I can get you on the program with Kurt and me. And yeah, it's just a talk. We're going to go through some elements of the post that he made, and but it is a talk about increasing the camaraderie amongst all of our JKD colleagues. So jkdrebel@gmail.com if you want to be in on that talk on Friday. All right. Other than that, that's about it. Right. Today's a pastel day, so I went with that classic rendition right there. Okay. So Friday, 3 p.m. Wait, is it 3? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Friday, 3 p.m., not the usual 6 p.m. So what is that? what is that, 10 a.m. for Terry and Mark and those guys? Anyhow, we're starting earlier, right? So see you guys on Friday. If not, see you next week for another issue of the I Love Jeet Kune broadcast. Until then, this is Dwight Woods, the Jeet Kune Rebel, signing off. You guys take care. Talk soon.